It's day 7 of week 11 and the big day has arrived. The day that you do your first non-stop run. I hope you're really looking forward to it. I would say that most people, having put hundreds of people through that face to face, most people get to the start line and they've got real butterflies in their tummy. It really doesn't matter how well you prepare yourself for this. It is quite a challenge. It's more of a mental challenge than physical. You know that you were able to do 19 minutes a couple of days ago. If you could do 19 minutes plus an extra short stint, you can absolutely, without doubt, do 20 minutes today. The only thing that's preventing it is this thing in here, your brain. Okay, so accept that you're going to have butterflies at the start. I promise within a minute or two of starting, those butterflies will have gone. You'll just be focused on the process of keeping going and getting to the end of your 20 minutes. You've got this fantastic toolbox that weighs nothing, that you have ready, that you can dip in, that you can pick up whichever tool you think is appropriate and put it into action, keeping you going. All sorts of things. Remember the 3 green ticks. How is my chest? How's my breathing? How are my legs? If they're okay, nothing to stop you keeping going. I think that I need to stop because I can't reach the end. Well, can I get as far as the next tree or the next lamppost? Yeah, I can do that. You get there. Can I get to the next lamppost? Yeah, I can do that. Next lamppost. Take it a few steps at a time. Maybe you've picked out landmarks that you'll come across on your route so that you know at 10 minutes you're going past the village shop or you're going past the police station at 15 minutes or whatever, so that you're reducing the distance that you're thinking about that you've still got to complete. All sorts of techniques that you can use. Remember, you can vary your speed. You can say, I'm going to do 3 minutes at an easy pace, then I'm going to up the pace for 1 minute. Or I'm going to go at my normal pace for 2 or 3 minutes, then I'm going to back the effort off for a minute and then pick it up again. Any variation on this, upping and downing your level of effort. All I think you need to do is to try and make it interesting. You don't want this to be boring. It is going to be a challenge. So use your toolbox, pick out the tools that you need to keep you going to the end, and I promise you, when you get to the 20-minute mark, you will be so pleased with yourself. I still remember to this day the first time that I ran for 20 minutes non-stop. It was a challenge. I did want to stop. I managed to keep myself going, and when I got to that 20 minutes I punched the air. It was in the middle of the local town and I was so glad it was in the evening and there was really nobody else around that saw this aging guy who was pretty overweight at the time. Yeah, I think, who's he trying to kid? I don't care what they would have thought. I was so pleased with myself. You will too, and your family and your friends will as well. If you've been keeping that a secret, if you haven't been telling people what you've been up to, now's the time to go into the office or whatever and say, when people say, what were you doing last night? And I say, well, funny you should ask that, because you know, I ran for 20 minutes without stopping. Gosh, I'm feeling really quite emotional. It's an incredible experience. You've worked so hard. 11 weeks you've been working towards this, and today is the day that everything comes together. So you know that physically you're flexible, your joints are just working, it's poetry in motion. You know that your muscles have been developed, your ligaments, your tendons, they're all in prime condition for this. you know that mentally that's your biggest problem. But you've faced this before, you'll face it again. Every time you go for a run, you face these mental challenges. It's something that you never get over. All you can do is learn to cope with them. And I think you have learned to cope with them. You know about the troublesome chimp, you know how to deal with it. You've got all these tools that you can use. So just go out today and really enjoy the experience. I am so proud of you. All your friends and family will be so proud of you as well, and you deserve to be proud of yourself. So, having gone through all that, what do you do if you can't manage your 20-minute run? What happens if you couldn't manage the 90-minute run? Well, as always, there is no time limit on doing this program. It's a 13-week program, but if you take 26 weeks or 52 weeks, there's nobody going to be standing over you and pointing a finger at you saying you're a failure. You take as long as you need. So if you couldn't manage the 19-minute run on day 5, then try the 19-minute run today. If you couldn't manage the 17-minute run earlier in the week, your first run, then try doing the 17-minute run today. And then you can go for your 20 minutes next week. There is no time bar on this. It's entirely up to you. It's you who is in control of this. You do what you are able to do. I was going to say do what you feel you're able to do, but we're past that. We're now not worrying about how well we think we can do things. What we're focused on is what we can actually do. We talked last week, I think, about taking yourself and challenging yourself so you go to the true limits of your endurance. If you think you can't do it, then just try it and see what happens. And if you honestly can't do it, then that's as much as you can do. That's the limit of your endurance. So you know that extending your limit of endurance will take time. But take yourself to that limit today. Take yourself to the edge of the cliff where you think, I can't. Then it's a leap of faith from there. Try it, see what happens. If you get to the end despite everything, then relish that. The satisfaction that you will achieve will be much, much more than an experienced runner getting to the end of 20 minutes. It's going to be much more than most people in the programme who are going to be doing their 20 minutes for the first time, safe in the knowledge and expectation that they can do it. You're setting off today not expecting to achieve it. So just think how you will feel if you challenge yourself and you actually do come in and you deliver to yourself. Won't that be a tremendous feeling? But if you can't, then at least you know that you've done the best that you can. Come back next week. Start off again with the 17 minutes, the 19 minutes. This time next week, you absolutely will be able to achieve that 20 minutes. It should be less challenging. Okay, so I think I've probably covered all the different scenarios here. Either you're going to find this such a pleasurable experience and nothing is going to stop you, or it's going to be a challenge, but you've got your toolbox that you can dip into and you're pretty sure you'll get to the end, or you really are dreading the experience of going out today because you just know that you're going to fail. You are not going to fail. You might not achieve your ultimate goal today, but that's not a failure. Carrying on and going to the limits of your endurance is a massive success. Okay, so however you're feeling right now, remember, butterflies in your tummy, they'll be gone within 2 or 3 minutes. Just do everything you can to get to the end and you will feel so fantastic about it. Okay, best of luck, do the best you can and feel great about yourself.